Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Minuti Chatterjee with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, world's largest healthcare program from Ranchi. Health assurance worth 5 lakh rupees each to be provided to over 10 crore families every year. Election Commission to conduct regulatory audit of poll-related activities in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan and Mizoram. Indian and French governments not involved in selection of Reliance as offset partner by Dassault in Rafale deal, says Finance Minister Arun Jaitley. Voting underway in Maldives to elect a new president. Renowned filmmaker Kalpana Lajmi passes away. And in Asia Cup cricket, India to clash with Pakistan in a Super 4 match in Dubai today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today launched Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana from Ranchi in Jharkhand. Under the scheme, over 10 crore families will be provided health assurance worth 5 lakh rupees each every year. The scheme is the world's largest government-funded healthcare program, targeting more than 50 crore beneficiaries. The objectives of the Yojana are to reduce out-of-pocket hospitalization expenses, fulfill unmet needs, and improve access of identified families to quality inpatient care and daycare surgeries. The beneficiaries will be able to move across borders and access services across the country through the provider network seamlessly. Mr. Modi also laid the foundation stone for medical colleges at Chaibasa and Kodarma. He also inaugurated 10 health and wellness centers. Now we go over live to Ranchi, where the Prime Minister is speaking after the launch of the Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana.
करिश्मा करके दिखाने तक की यात्रा सिर्फ 6 महीने में है। कभी गुड गवर्नेंस जो लोग चर्चा करते हैं, एक टीम बन करके, एक विजन के साथ, एक रोड मैप लेकर के, समयबद्ध उसकी पूर्ति करते हुए और 50 करोड़ लोगों को जोड़ करके 13,000 अस्पतालों को जोड़ करके 6 महीने के भीतर इतनी बड़ी योजना आज धरती पर ले आना, ये अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ा अजूबा। और मैं इसलिए मेरी पूरी टीम को आज सार्वजनिक रूप से 125 करोड़ देशवासियों के सामने जी भर करके बधाई देता हूं, जी जान से बधाई देता हूं।
That was Mr. Modi speaking in Ranchi after launching the Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. Earlier speaking on this occasion, Union Health Minister J.P. Nadda said it is a historic moment as the scheme is going to bring a fundamental change in healthcare in the country. He said this scheme will be paperless, cashless and portable.
इस स्कीम को हम डिजिटल इंडिया का एक सबसे बड़ा रूप देख सकते हैं, जो डिजिटल इंडिया की दृष्टि से किया जाएगा। यह स्कीम पेपरलेस होगी, कैशलेस होगी, पोर्टेबल होगी।
The Election Commission has decided to conduct a regulatory audit of poll-related activities in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan and Mizoram. Elections in the 4 states are due this year end. The poll panel, in a letter to the chief electoral officers of these states, said the detailed regulatory audit of activities such as electoral rolls, polling stations and storage of electronic voting machines will be carried out. It said audit of systematic voters' education and electoral participation or sweep activities and training of booth-level officers, among others, would be also conducted. The Commission also asked the chief electoral officers to direct officers concerned to provide any clarification or information which the teams may require as part of the audit immediately on the same day. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley today said neither the Indian government nor the French government played any role in the selection of Reliance as offset partner by Dassault in the Rafale deal. In a Facebook post, Mr. Jaitley said the French government and Dassault Aviation have categorically denied the correctness of the former president, François Hollande's first statement. Mr. Jaitley said Dassault Aviation itself has suggested that they have entered into multiple contracts with several public sector and private sector companies with regard to the offset contracts, and the decision is entirely theirs. Meanwhile, in an interview to a news agency, Mr. Jaitley said there is no question of scrapping the Rafale deal. He said these jets are coming to India, which will enhance the combat ability of the Indian Air Force. He said by allegations one cannot prove anything. On a question that why the Prime Minister is not speaking on the issue, the Finance Minister said merely because somebody can resort to untruths and vulgarity is no reason for the Prime Minister to participate in a debate of this kind. In Jammu and Kashmir, an unidentified terrorist has been killed in an ongoing encounter with security forces in Tral subdivision of Pulwama district. The gunfight broke out after the joint security forces comprising of Army, CRPF and Special Operations Group of J&K Police launched a cordon and search operation on the basis of a tip-off about presence of terrorists at Dar Ganai Gand residential area. Security sources said as the forces reached the spot, the hiding terrorists opened fire, triggering an encounter. The sources said at least 2 more terrorists are believed to be engaged in the gunfight. The Assam police have picked up 3 people at Borpeta district as part of their ongoing investigation into the Hizbul Mujahideen link in the state. Special DGP Pallab Bhattacharya said they were detained last night from different places in the district for questioning. Our correspondent has filed this report.
The Assam police have already arrested 8 persons following the arrest of Hizbul operative Kamaruz-Jama in Kanpur. Police is also working on a social media support system to deal with the fundamentalist and terrorist activities. Special DGP Pallab Bhattacharya, however, said though Pakistan-based terrorist outfits are trying to get ground in the state, people of Assam would not allow them to be successful. He said people at Hojai district took out rally opposing terrorism following the arrest of Kamaruz-Jama. Manas Pratim Sharma, AR News, Guwahati.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. Polling is being held in the Maldives today to elect a new president. The elections are taking place amid fears by the opposition and foreign monitors of rigging. President Abdullah Yameen is in straight contest with Ibrahim Mohammed Solih, who is the candidate for joint opposition comprising of 4 parties. Dozens of people had gathered outside ballot centres before they opened in capital Male and also in Colombo, which is home to a sizable diaspora. Around 2,62,000 people are eligible to vote during the elections, which is the third in the country's history after it switched over to full-fledged democracy in 2008. Counting will begin after the polling ends this afternoon, and a candidate must secure 50% of the votes to win. More from our correspondent.
Voting has been largely smooth so far and high voter turnout is expected, which has been the case in earlier elections. However, there are also reports of some voters complaining of long delay in exercising their franchise, while few observed of the ink mark not being good enough. It is a fiercely contested election where President Yamin is seeking re-election on his development plan, while opposition parties have united to end authoritarian rule and restore constitutional norms. Provisional results may be known by late tonight, but opposition has warned of protests as it fears vote rigging during the counting process. Santosh Kumar for AIR News from Colombo.
Back home, renowned filmmaker Kalpana Lajmi passed away this morning at a hospital in Mumbai. She was 64. Lajmi was suffering from a chronic kidney disease and she died of liver failure. Her brother Dev Lajmi said that she was on dialysis. The last rites are likely to be held today. Lajmi, a director, producer and screenwriter, was known for working on real subjects. Here is a tribute to the veteran filmmaker.
critically acclaimed filmmaker Kalpana Lazmi was the daughter of painter Lalita Lazmi and niece of legendary filmmaker Guru Dutt. Lazmi debuted as an assistant director under renowned film director Shyam Benegal, who was also her uncle. Lazmi made her directorial debut with the documentary DG Movie Pioneer in 1978. Known for making fiery films with women at the core of her stories, her filmography boasts of movies like Ek Pal, Rudali, Daman and Darmiya.
President Ramnath Kovind has condoled the death of the critically acclaimed writer-director. In his condolence message to her family and friends on Twitter, Mr. Kovind lauded Kalpana Lazmi for her rare sensitivities in depicting strong and resilient women on screen. He also praised her for presenting picturesque Assam on the celluloid. Information and Broadcasting Minister Rajyavardhan Rathore said Kalpana Lazmi brought about a paradigm shift in Indian cinema through masterpieces like Daman, Rudali and Darmiya. Condolence messages are also pouring in from Bollywood, grieving the demise of the veteran filmmaker. The Atal Innovation Mission, AIM, to promote a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship in the country has brought a positive change in the lives of people. The Niti Aayog has sanctioned about 80 Atal Incubation Centers, AICs, across the country to promote world-class innovation hubs, start-up businesses and other self-employment activities, mainly in technology-driven areas. The Atal Incubation Center set up at the Hyderabad-based Center for Cellular Molecular Biology has become a hub for start-ups in life sciences. Here is a ground report from our Hyderabad correspondent.
Over a dozen game-changing innovative ideas are being incubated at the Atal Incubation Center, set up about a year ago at the premier CSIR laboratory in Hyderabad, Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology. Sweena Chaudhary is working on a tuberculosis diagnostic kit, which has potential to make TB diagnosis very easy in the country.
Biotech as such needs a lot of resources, financially heavy. Place like CCMB allows us to use all high-end equipment, and entire support as such has been a lot from everyone around here. We are looking at point-of-care diagnostics for tuberculosis. So we want to make a point-of-care diagnostic platform, so where somebody can do any kind of diagnostics at home. Right now there is pregnancy kit and glucose is the only thing which you can test at home. But we want to make a platform where anybody can just do, for example, a tuberculosis diagnosis at home, and it could be like a yes and no answer and they would know. Currently all the diagnostic tests for TB take either a lot of time, or they are not efficient, or they are more expensive.
The Atal Incubation Centers are also attracting startups from foreign countries, of course from people with Indian background, to come home and work for the benefit of people. Lakshmi, AIR News, Hyderabad.
Today is Ganesh Chaturdashi. The day also marks the culmination of the 10-day Ganesh festival. The immersion procession of the Ganesh idols in and around Mumbai has begun. Heavy security arrangement has been made by the Mumbai police to prevent any untoward incident. More from our Mumbai correspondent.
The idols of Lord Ganesha installed in households and several pandals across the city will be immersed at various immersion spots. The young and old alike are seen participating in the procession in traditional attires. Artificial ponds have been built to immerse the eco-friendly idols of Lord Ganesha. In order to prevent traffic congestion, the Mumbai traffic police have diverted vehicular traffic on several routes. The PMC and marine activists have set up separate first aid centers at all Visarjan spots on the beaches of the city. The railways have not taken mega block on either of the three railway routes to enable commuters to travel with ease. Kunal Shinde, AIR News, Mumbai.
In Asia Cup cricket, India will take on arch rivals Pakistan in their second Super 4 match at Dubai today. All India Radio will broadcast a live commentary on the match from 4:30 p.m. onwards. In the group stage, Team India, captained by Rohit Sharma, had defeated Pakistan comprehensively by 8 wickets. A win today for the men in blue will get them a place in the final. India leads the head-to-head record 7-5 against Pakistan in the 13 Asia Cup clashes, with one match abandoned due to rain. In the other Super 4 game, Bangladesh will face Afghanistan at Abu Dhabi. And now, before we close, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, world's largest healthcare program from Ranchi. Health assurance worth 5 lakh rupees each to be provided to over 10 crore families every year. Election Commission to conduct regulatory audit of coal-related activities in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan and Mizoram. Indian and French governments not involved in selection of Reliance as offset partner by Dassault in Rafale deal, says Finance Minister Arun Jaitley. Voting underway in Maldives to elect a new president. Renowned filmmaker Kalpana Lajmi passes away. And in Asia Cup cricket, India to clash with Pakistan in a Super 4 match in Dubai today. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.nic.in. And with that, we end the Midday News.